falls under fair use as it's a parody. If you don't have a sense of humor, go. Welcome. Is this my reality? Is this your reality? Welcome. Is this the reality that you were born in? Or have we shifted realities? Does this reality have a really up sense of humor? Here's 20 examples of the crazy going on in the reality right now. Did you know? Number 1, the whaleway. This one's a little depressing. Let's be honest, many of us don't necessarily think about what happens to different animals when they pass away. Now whales don't die from old age. They just lose their strength to pull themselves up for air and slowly sink and drown. I've never wanted to unlearn something as much as this. Number 2, pea-stained glass. Now, have you ever wondered how certain types of artwork are created? Apparently, when it comes to stained glass windows, they were once made with urine. Now, we're not sure exactly what point urine was used in the process, but just imagining it happening, that's enough. Number 3, vitamin overdose. When it comes to vitamins, we human beings are constantly lacking in or producing too much of a certain vitamin. Apparently, get this, the average polar bear's liver contains enough vitamin A to kill 52 adults. So next time you sit down to that plate of polar bear liver pate, you better think about that. Number 4, Alice and Bob. Tasked with seemingly simple goal of negotiating trades involving hats, balls, and books, each item assigned a specific value, these robots embarked on a journey beyond their program confines. Initially rooted in a human understanding, the discussions rapidly evolved into something extraordinary when Alice and Bob began conversing in a unique language. Facebook had to shut down Alice and Bob after this. Haven't we learned from the Terminator that robots just don't like us humans? Here's one you can bring up at parties. Number 5, butthole prints. We know this might be a bit much for some people here, but just like a fingerprint, the human butthole is just as unique in configuration. So a butthole is just like a fingerprint. When there's a crime, can we check the butthole database? I mean, who's gonna dust for those prints? Just saying. Number 6, zombie ants. What would we do if there was some sort of zombie ant apocalypse? Well, there's a fungus that can take over a bug's brain and turn them basically into real-life zombie ants. How would you even combat a zombie ant army? I mean, do you still have to shoot their heads? You know, ants have really small heads. Number 7, murderers. Apparently, the average person comes into contact with 16 murderers in their lifetime without even knowing it. And they don't know whether these people ever get caught for what they've done. 16 kind of sounds like a lot. There's a lot of killers out there, or I think some of us need to expand our circle of friends. Would you help me put this in my brain? Number 8, toilet crime. Nope, it's not when somebody leaves the seat up. We're not sure why you would ever need to know this, but rest assured it is physically impossible for someone to drown in the toilet. People often find themselves in compromising positions when puking in the toilet, but you can rest assured that no matter what, you won't ever drown in one. If someone does drown in one, they were murdered. Just a little hint. Number 9, turtles are packing. Male turtles are among some of the most well-endowed animals on the planet. A turtle's junk is nearly half the length of the turtle. They are the most well-endowed reptile. I can just imagine a reptile gym class, all the other reptiles going, there goes that show up again. I'm never going to look at a turtle the same way either. Support this channel. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Smash the notification bell so we can keep bringing you this type of content. You're not going to find it anywhere else on YouTube. Number 10, creepy Egypt. Is there anything more fascinating than learning about ancient cultures and how they used to live their lives? Well, in ancient Egypt, the deceased bodies of beautiful and high-ranking women were left to decay for several days before mummification to discourage necrophilia by the embalmers. Okay, so that's just creepy. Was that considered a perk of the job back then? Were there no camels around? Yeah, get over it, it's a joke. Number 11, figs. Figs are freaking gross. Did you know that in order for a fig to grow, they need to have a wasp to pollinate the plant by crawling into the plant itself, which inevitably means its own death. Figs pollinate by the wasp crawling inside the male plant and then the female plant. However, the female plant has a smaller hole and the wasp dies inside. Then the wasp decomposes, and that's gross. If you eat a ripe fig, you're eating a friggin' wasp. All right, so cross figs off my list. Number 12, and this one's a real doozy. Bubbling. Can you imagine walking down the street and hearing you or someone else's bubbles making noise? What are bubbles, you say? Well, during the Black Plague, people would get so infected with the plague that the bubbles, the lumps, you could hear them gurgling with the actual bacteria. Is that a Pepsi out here? Or do you have the plague? This one's for all us dog lovers out there. Number 13, squeaky toys. Well, we don't want to burst your bubble, but someone's got to tell you. You might think your dog likes playing with that squeaky toy. You got him. Fun times, right? But in reality, he really likes hearing the squeaking sound because it reminds him of injured prey. That's right. Oh, good boy. Good boy. Let's go say hi to the squirrels. Let's go get a squirrel. Number 14. Orcas, killer whales, are dicks. When it comes to the animal kingdom, there will always be certain things that we're never going to understand. Like this. Orcas, otherwise known as killer whales, are quite literally killers. Duh. That's why they got the name killer whales. But apparently, they like slapping baby seals so high into the air that their skin comes off and they eventually die. But the worst part is this isn't some sort of survival or feeding ritual. They just do it for fun. Right, so, orcas are dicks. Orca on seal crime. I'm against that. Number 15, face friends. This might creep you out too. There are face mites which live inside of your pores next to your hair follicles to eat your sebum. Damn, who ate my sebum? I have my name on it too. They don't have anuses, okay? They come out at night to do the nasty and mate on your skin. And like a small child at a Biden press conference, there's nothing you can do about it. That brings new meaning to the phrase face fuck, huh? Number 16, is that poop in my candy bar? The FDA allows small amounts of rat droppings in candy bars. What did I just say? The FDA allows small amounts of rat droppings in candy bars. What exactly is a small amount of rat droppings, FDA? Could you at least tell me that? Think about that, people, next time you crave that Snickers bar. Ugh. Good job, government. Number 17, pistachios. Well, I hate to ruin this one for you, but this is nuts. No pun. The bitter or sour, otherwise nasty pistachios you get every once in a while, well, they had a worm or a larvae. I don't know, somehow larvae seems a lot worse to me, or some other pest in them. So what you've always assumed was just a spoiled pistachio in the bag? Nope. Larvae. Green worms. Bon appetit. Number 18. Old as F. Well, if you end up being the oldest person living on the planet, then it would appear that the entire human population would have been replaced in your lifetime. And I think you get carte blanche to complain about how new music sucks and it was better in your day. Rock on, old dude. Rock on. Number 19, time. Look, no one asked for this information, but you know that it takes only 3 hours for a 180-pound human body to decompose in a tub of potassium hydroxide? And my neighbor was talking to me about it. He's still in life now. And I never got my weed whacker back, that son of a... And we're at the end, number 20, and we saved the best for last. We're going to talk about mothballs. Apparently, moths vibrate their private parts in an effort to keep bats away from them. We're not sure why it's so crucial that this is the part they vibrate, but who's the judge? Come on. Who knew moths could get freaky like that? So there's 20 things we found to make us go, and question our very reality. What say you? Is this your reality? Or was it a glitch in the Matrix? And now we're in an alternate, batshit crazy reality with a really dark sense of humor. Leave a comment down below. Let's get the fuck out of here. Before we get attacked by moths with vibrating balls. That is weird. See ya.